Hold up. Yeah.
Swirl.
Hey, what's up everybody? I just wanted to say hi and then welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing some backpacking, some camping, hiking. Today we are in Hunting Island and we are on my first hike and hang for you to be able to go along with me, and I'm excited to be a part of this YouTube world, and then also for you to be a part of the channel. We'll see you down the trail. Follow me there. All right guys, we're on the trail. We are on the connector from the parking lot where the boardwalk bridge is, and one of the good news is that since the hurricanes, they just started to rebuild it, so that's good news, but it's not there yet. But anyway, this connector trail takes you to a bunch of fun things, and we're coming up on the Diamondback Rattlesnake Trail, which kind of spurs off from here, and they basically a bunch of like about 3 main trails run, and they basically go parallel to the water. Here's just a brief idea to show you where exactly we are, and we're going to walk from there all the way into the beach and cross over and then walk along the beach and see where it goes. This is called the Nature Center Scenic Trail. It's about 0.7 miles and it's going to take us there, but it kind of winds back through the foresty jungle area, and it kind of becomes a little bit more marshy, but you're going to get an idea and a feel for what it looks like. And they've got these excellent markers to kind of show you what the flora and the fauna is for the area, and there you go. A lot of palmettos. It's kind of opening up a little bit here. We head on down looking for gators. Under the Spanish moss. All right, it's starting to open up a little bit, but I'll tell you a little bit more about the flora and fauna, or maybe even just the history of the area. But this is where they filmed, actually here in Hunting Island on this section. This is where they filmed, you might be familiar with the movie Forrest Gump, and this is where they filmed the Vietnam scenes. So if you can imagine Lieutenant Dan and Forrest going through the jungle, and then Forrest is saving him through all the landmines. So every time I go through hiking, I always wonder if I'm going to see a shell fragment or some kind of stage prop from the movie. But that's my trivia for the day. That, and once we get to the beach, you'll see a couple scenes, places where they filmed G.I. Jane. So that's where we're at. All right, we're a little bit further, about halfway, but we're almost at the green, which is the Pine Pass Trail, and you can kind of tell from that which way the trail is and what's going on, and no vehicles or cart access beyond this point. If you notice, it's going to start to open up a little bit. The trail is going to bring us to a bridge that's going to go over the marsh and the lagoon. So one of the cool things about being in the low country, everything's tidal. So you'll see this lagoon kind of rise and fall with the tide. I believe it's about 7 or 8 feet, depending on whether it's a king tide or not. But we'll get up here a little bit further and show you what's going on. All right, it's a little windy, so you may not be able to hear me, but we are on the bridge and we're going to go ahead and cross over the lagoon. And just kind of wanted to show you a little bit about where we're at and what's going on with this lagoon. But I've seen some sand sharks and different things through here. Of course, the wind's picking up. But you can kind of see the lagoon, and in the distance you can kind of see the water tower for Fripp Island. In the back. Okay, just getting over the bridge. And it is windy today, so forgive me for the wind noise. Looks like the tide is in, so we're gonna see what we can do as far as on the beach. But it's a Boneyard beach. If you don't know what that is, it's from the erosion where the water keeps coming in closer and closer and eroding the shore. And in doing so, it's eliminated all the homes that used to be here. Of course, Old Blue is kind of the one that people remember. And it was one of the last ones to stand. But now it's just a bunch of trees and driftwood, and some remains from the homes, but not a lot. I'll see if I can't get that on some of the footage here. All right. Okay, we made it to the beach. As you can see, it's full of driftwood and down trees. So we're gonna walk around a little bit more. Maybe show you some things on the beach. Choppy day. And you can see in the distance the bridge we went over. And back to the lagoon and back to the forest. Alright, so I told you it's windy, so hopefully you can hear some of this. Anyway, but yeah, we're just going to cruise along the beach here for a little bit, and I'm going to find some palmettos to hang the hammock and chill out for a little bit on a beautiful day, about 72 degrees. I would say slight wind, but that would be cutting it short. It's just windy. Alright, bye. Looks like sandpipers. Chilling. Little jellyfish. Almost there, I can see the palms. Let's go see which ones are hangable. Alright, I'm here. I'm going to go ahead and set up between these two trees, and let's see if the wind doesn't blow me away. But either way, it's going to be fun trying it. We'll see. windy, it's gonna do, but what a better place I'd want to be than at the beach in my hammock with no clouds doing this. Yeah! Okay, so as we're chilling here, I'm just in my War Bonnet Blackbird, and I've got it all the way open just so the wind doesn't rip my bug net. But yeah, so we're here on the, I guess you would consider it south of South Beach, and where the Boneyard is. The tide is in. You can see how far out those trees are, those boneyards. The bones. My little Z-Packs Art Blast that I brought with me today. Cuban fiber, Dyneema. And you can see where that's where the lagoon runs out. Right there, it's crossable at low tide. Not at the moment. But you can jump over there and head all the way up to the lighthouse if you want when it's low tide, but I don't think I'd advise it right now. It's kind of swollen. Kind of swollen. But you can see the tide's going in a little bit. It's still going. Gonna try to beat the tide here. You're gonna be able to see it coming in here. I'll show it to you, but if I don't leave now, I'm gonna be stuck. Here's a good view of the tide coming in. It's gonna fill up a little bit, so I'm gonna do my best not to get stuck. Tidal pool here. This is another gorgeous day in the low country. Watching the seagulls, looking for shells. Try not to get trapped by the tide. It's a good day, guys. Okay, we're back on the bridge again. It's back on the Nature Center Scenic Trail, and once we get back to the car, it's about 3 miles out and back. But at low tide, we can make it into a loop and tie it in one of the other trails. We'll save that for another day, and it's totally worth it. But you'll be able to see some of the other floral fauna when you get a little bit inland with these beautiful coastal pines, and just the smell from the salt marsh, which I can't smell anything today with allergies, but you're going to be able to tell a lot from that. But for today, you're going to be able to hear a lot of wind, see a lot of beautiful chop from the waves, get to see me relax in my hammock for a little bit, and ultimately just something else to do today. So, but I hope you're glad you're able to come along on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best for this hike and hang. I'm going to give it a strong 7 because it was on the water, the perfect trees, it wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold. The only thing else could have been better, I guess it could have been less wind, and that could have been better, but harder to set up, harder to tear down, but ultimately that's what it is. back to the car we go. On the winding. All right, last story for the day before I start to wrap this up. But you get a lot of tourists out here, people that want to see the Boneyard. But one of the things cracks me up, I think I was here for some holiday and all the other parking lots filled up on North Beach and South Beach. A lot of folks came here. I don't think they realized it was about 0.7, you know, about a mile to come in, and there were people bringing everything you can imagine to get on the beach. So anything from huge canopies. I saw a lady carrying a whole jug of lemonade in a big metal, not metal, it was glass container, and I mean, people really did it out. But you could tell I was catching them about halfway in. I was on the way out, and they were hating life, but they were doing what they thought they needed to do on the holiday, and that's what it's all about. So I'm all about, when you think about hang your own hang, hike your own hike, but whatever's going to make you happy, find that inner peace, sitting on the beach with something cold in your hand. Have at it. Hey guys, I just got done, and I'm just back in the air conditioner. It's, like I said, it's warming up a little bit here. It says it's 75, but that's not too bad, but enough to turn the AC on and get a little bit of a Saturday hike in. But hopefully I'll get to do more of this. I'd be interested in your feedback if this is something you're interested in looking at, but if not, that's okay. But anyway, I'm doing it for a couple reasons. One, you know, I'm passionate about AV stuff, and also passionate about nature and hiking and camping and hammocking. But it's been a strange year with this pandemic, but it's glad to be back outside, and I'm just glad to be here, guys. So anyway, I hope to see you guys at the next one. Bye.